Hi everyone, welcome to Tech Time with Arkan. I am Arkan, and today we're going to be discussing mechanical keyboards. A lot of people don't know there are many types of keyboards. The most popular type of keyboard is the membrane keyboard, and that's a plastic membrane under the keys that gives it that feeling, a kind of a mushy, very silent feeling. And another type of keyboard is the mechanical keyboard. And why they call it mechanical keyboard is because under the keys, in the switches, they are mechanical moving parts. It goes bass, stem, spring, and there's different kind of ways to do it. So each manufacturer that makes a mechanical switch has their own way of doing it. There are three major types. It goes linear, tactile with no click, and then tactile with clicks. And I'll go into each one and what that means. Of the three types of switches, linear, tactile, non-click, and tactile with click, each has a different need they're aiming for. The linear ones are made for games that your response time is very important. Generally competitive gaming like CS, Overwatch, anything that your reaction time really matters, that you need that linear progression in your click. If you, I guess, microseconds will matter, then that linear mechanical keyboard switch is the best for that. It's also no click, so it won't affect any of the audio if you're being recorded. The second section, which is tactile, non-clicky, is kind of an in-between between linear and tactile with click. It's for people that really want that tactile feedback, that nice feeling when you're pressing down on it, but also they can't have a lot of sound because you're either bothering other people or you're recording yourself. So I would say then the tactile non-click is the best option for there. And it's kind of the best average bang for your buck, kind of any need that you'll have. It's the best guess. And then finally, there is the very end, which is tactile with clicks. That was the Blue Cherry MX switches, and those feel great. They have they're best suited for if you are a writer, a typist, anything that use your keyboard a lot. If you have to type 1,000 words a day, you'd rather do it on bubbles than having to do it on remembering. It feels great. Okay, that is a lot of information, and I can see how you'd be lost if you just want a mechanical keyboard. Well, the best way to do it is just go by your price range. So mechanical keyboards generally start between $40, $50, $60, and that's the really cheap end. Then around $100 Canadian, you can start getting into what I call the gaming keyboards. There are some very popular gaming peripheral manufacturers that started creating their own mechanical keyboards, and you can start getting really good quality on top of programmed keyboards, and additional, my favorite, RGB keyboards, and we'll get into that. The last section is what I like to call the enthusiast professional mechanical keyboard, and that can range anywhere between $150 all the way up to $300 for one mechanical keyboard. Now, why would someone spend that much on a mechanical keyboard? Because some of them can be very beautiful, they're highly customizable, and they're essentially collector items. Let's go into each category, and I'll give you a couple examples of each. So for the low end, we have the MechanicalEagle Z77. This has great reviews. For around 50 bucks, you can get a very solid mechanical keyboard. It comes with its imitation of Cherry MX Blue keyboards, which mean there are tactile, very audible click. It feels so good. So for around 50, 60 bucks, you can get a solid mechanical keyboard. Its switches, even though they're kind of off-brand ones, are very good. I don't know how long they'll last. This is kind of the first one I bought, and so far it's been so good. So the middle gaming section, which ranges between about, I would say, 100 to 150 in terms of Canadian dollars, you have a lot of options. Some come with extra keys that are programmable that allow you to program it to a specific command, which can be useful in Dota, in any type of game, really, from CS to Overwatch to StarCraft. My favorite part is the RGB lighting. Look how beautiful that is. You can't not have this. It just makes the world better, it makes the world brighter, and that's worth all the money in the world, really. These are more expensive. So they start off about $100 with no RGB, kind of none of the programmable keys, and they can go all the way up to 150, 60, even really up to 200 even, if you want everything from RGB lighting to programmable keys, to having all the extra media keys on here, like the volume. Like this particular one is the Logitech Orion G810, I believe, and I love this keyboard. RGB makes everything better. Okay, it gives you 10 FPS in all your games. It makes your CPU overclockable at least 50%. It will make you elite hacksaw. Okay, it is better and it's beautiful. So the top three I would say gaming mechanical keyboards. Probably the first one would be the Corsair K70 Luxury. That is a really nice keyboard, but very expensive. Then probably the Logitech Orion 810, and then finally probably the Razer Chroma Black Widow. That's very popular as well. Some examples of mechanical keyboards in the professional category are the Duck 1, DAS Keyboard 4, or Happy Hacking Keyboard Pro. Hopefully you know a little more about mechanical keyboards and know exactly what you want. If you don't know exactly what type of switch you'll like or what will be your favorite, then my recommendation to you is go into a computer hardware store. They usually have these kind of outlays out with all the different key switches. You can press them all, get your feel for it. Even go and see the mechanical keyboards, press them, see which one you like, and get what suits you. This is Tech Time with Arkan. Arkan signing off. If you like some of our videos or have anything to say, please comment and like below.